Opening our eyes in the morning and being able to take in our surroundings is something that many of us take for granted. We often have the same attitude when we see a beautiful sunset, watch our favorite movie, or notice our loved ones smile. Being able to see is normal to us, nothing special. But imagine waking up one day and noticing that your vision is suddenly blurred. At first, you think nothing of it, but your eyesight seems to be getting worse week after week, so you get your eyes checked. Initially, doctors think you just need glasses, but eventually, you receive a devastating diagnosis that your eyesight is deteriorating and your life is about to change forever. This is what happened to Gene Purdy when he was 16 years old. After dealing with steadily decreasing eyesight for several years, Gene was finally diagnosed with Stargardt's disease and has been living with the condition ever since. There was no hope of Gene ever being able to see in the same way that a sighted person can, until his wife heard about a miracle device that had the power to change their family's life. Let's find out about this amazing device now. Amazing! The device she saw is so incredible that it's improving the lives of people all around the globe. Visually impaired people trying it for the first time has resulted in some beautiful and emotional reactions, which I'll show you later in the video. I bet you can't watch without them bringing a tear to your eye. So, what is Stargardt's disease? It's an inherited eye condition affecting the macula, which is a small part of the retina. This part of the eye allows you to see straight in front of you, to see the details that you need to be able to do tasks like reading and writing, and to see colors. It's estimated that 10,000 people around the world are currently living with the disease, and although it's rare for a person to lose all their sight, it can make daily life extremely tough. Most sufferers first notice an issue with their eyesight between the ages of 10 and 20, but Stargardt's can manifest later in some people. At first, vision will be distorted or blurry, and as the disease progresses, central vision, detail, and color will be affected. Advanced stages of the disease can lead to a blank patch in the center of a person's vision, which will not move. Currently, there's no way to prevent the disease because it's genetic and is inherited whenever both parents carry the faulty gene which causes the condition. Sadly, there's also no cure for Stargardt's, and the only thing that's thought to avoid further retinal damage is avoiding ultraviolet or UV light. Despite suffering from Stargardt's disease, Gene Purdy has a great life. He has loving parents, a loving wife Joy, and an adorable 1-year-old son, Lincoln. But his eyesight makes the simplest things difficult for him. Reading is challenging, and cooking can be tough, although Gene tries hard to read recipe books and cooking instructions so he can feed his family. Joy even claims that he's still better than she is in the kitchen.
Well, he's about 1,000,000 times better than I am. What takes him 30 minutes will probably take me 2 hours.
Gene's condition is so severe that it even almost got in the way of him meeting his wife. Joy saw Gene and tried more than once to wave to him to try and get his attention, but he never seemed to notice her and always walked on by. Eventually, the pair did not talk to each other, and Joy asked Gene what his deal was. Gene explained that he was blind, and Joy took the news in her stride, simply asking him to come sit with her. From there, their romance quickly blossomed, but Gene never got to see how beautiful his thoughtful and caring partner was. Gene, heartbreakingly, has never seen his son's face either, and can only see the edges of young Lincoln. But he doesn't let his condition get in the way of him living his life. Even though he's always been told that there's no way he'll ever have full sight, his positivity is astounding. And that positivity finally paid off when his wife happened to discover something that could do what doctors had told Gene was impossible: give him full sight. One day, Joy was at home watching the Rachel Ray show when a woman called Nisha Charlene came on as a guest. She too was a sufferer of Stargardt's disease, and her eyesight had been getting weaker for 5 years. Rachel had invited her on the show to test out a pair of glasses that would allow her to see her sister's face for the first time in years. Joy was amazed to see what the glasses could do for Nisha, and she was shaking and crying after seeing that there might finally be hope for her husband. With that, she was inspired to write a letter to Rachel to share her husband's story. In her letter, Joy tells her that she wants to share the story of Gene's battle with his eyesight. She talks about his devastating diagnosis in his teenage years and about how he never complains and has come to terms with the reality of his eye condition, despite it being seemingly impossible to do anything about it. She tells Rachel that while she watched the show, she didn't believe that the glasses would actually work, as she and Jean have been told so many times that nothing can be done for them. She finishes the emotional letter by saying how she dreams of her husband seeing her and his son's face for the very first time. Rachel Ray responded and agreed to have Jean on to try out the glasses. During the show itself, Rachel praises Jean for his courage and his positive attitude and reminds Joy that even without eyesight, her husband can kick her butt when it comes to cooking. Jean is so excited at the prospect of seeing after spending 15 years hoping for the opportunity to do so. Before he puts the glasses on Jean, the representative from eSight, the device manufacturer, tells the audience how the technology works and explained how Jean's sight would benefit from wearing the glasses.
So what it does, it uses the camera, it captures a video, runs it through a computer and makes a whole bunch of different adjustments to every pixel of that image, and then puts it on high definition screens. The resulting video basically is customized so that someone with low vision gets more out of the sight they have remaining, and it should take them back towards what we call typical eyesight.
eSight eyewear is an incredible medical breakthrough that's designed to help visually impaired people see the world in the same way that sighted people can. The glasses are totally portable and can be used wherever, so Stargardt sufferers can work, read, study, exercise, and travel while being able to see everything there is to see. The glasses have been years in the making and are a collaboration of leading eye doctors and eSight, which is the largest lab in the world creating wearable technology to resolve blindness. The device is worn like a normal pair of glasses and looks like a virtual reality headset. Inside, there's a high-speed, high-definition camera that captures everything in the wearer's line of vision and sends it to the device's controller. Complex algorithms then enhance the footage, which is displayed on two small LED screens which sit close to the wearer's eyes so they can see the captured image clearly and in real time. The user can also change zoom, contrast, and color settings to suit long, mid, and close distance usage. This technology not only has the power to help those with Stargardts, it can be used to counteract moderate to severe visual impairments of all kinds, which means that millions of people could experience clear sight for the first time in their lives with the help of the glasses. The technology is new and costs a lot, $15,000 to be precise, but it's giving people all around the globe hope that one day they'll be able to see the world just as sighted people do. Before this technology was developed, the only real option for visually impaired people was to carry around bulky equipment to help them manage day-to-day tasks without the need for a helper. Hefty magnifiers with built-in bright lights can help with reading books. Portable CCTV technology can be positioned over anything to turn it into a readable computerized image, which is useful for tasks like reading menus in restaurants. Telescopic lenses are also used by students to help them read the board in lessons and lectures. Carrying all this equipment around is impractical and can be expensive, considering that these tools still don't always provide clear and unobstructed vision. Seeing for the first time is a beautiful moment for wearers of the glasses, and it's amazing to witness the reactions of visually impaired people when they see their loved ones' faces clearly. Now, let's see what happened when Jean tried the glasses on for the first time. After years of marriage, Jean can finally see his wife's face, and he's blown away by her beauty.
She's pretty.
He also meets his son properly for the first time, in a beautiful father-son moment.
And how handsome is your son?
Wow. Hey, Lincoln. I can see their whole face at one time. Like, usually
You just get little pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah, and just piece the details together and remember for next time.
Oh.
Nisha also experienced the same joy when she saw her sister's smile after 5 years of missing out on it.
Wow, yeah, I can actually see her whole face pretty much.
Can you see her?
Yeah.
Can you see her really?
Yeah, that's a really big smile there.
She's smiling!
As well as Jean and Nisha, these miracle glasses have already helped countless other people, like Andrew.
Unbelievable. I can actually see your eye.
Serenity.
Amazing.
9-year-old Ben.
Can you see?
And all these other people who can see clearly for the first time. Nisha had some wise advice for others suffering from visual impairment, and she knows firsthand how important it is to never give up.
I want to share with everyone that the process and the journey of losing my vision to Stargardt's has been such an emotional roller coaster. And I think the most important thing that I want to tell people is that even when you get to your lowest point, you have to find strength and pick yourself back up and not be afraid, because you just have to enjoy the ride.
I thought this story and device is so amazing, I just had to share it with you. What did you think? Are you impressed by this tech? And do you think it's worth the money? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.